Did you know Leatherman brought out a brand new multi-tool, the Leatherman Bolster? Don't feel bad that you didn't know. Even Leatherman didn't know they were bringing out the bolster. I'll tell you all about it and we'll unbox it here in just a second. All right, the Leatherman Bolster. Before I get started on this, I first want to say a big thank you to multitool.org. You guys are awesome, and it's one of the reasons why I even knew this existed. We didn't get any other information elsewhere. Someone there was able to pick one of these up at Costco, and that let us all know that it was coming out. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. Now, what is the Leatherman Bolster? Simply put, if you are familiar with the Leatherman Sidekick, then you have exactly what the bolster is, only you have a saw as well. That's exactly what we have here. 5.9 ounces, 6.5 ounces. With the saw, $60. Without it, $40. Costco exclusive. So I don't really particularly have a problem with there being a Leatherman at $40 price point. I've never found that these particular ones properly embody the quality that you find on the more expensive Leatherman tools like the Wave and so on. But I'm okay with them existing in large part because of their weight and the fact that there's not much in that size range that really exists out there right now. Also, a lot of people have shown a lot of preference for enjoying spring-loaded pliers, which these have. This is also quite comparable to the Leatherman Rev. Now the Leatherman Rev does not have a one-handed blade. It does not have spring-loaded pliers, and it has the package opener instead of the serrated blade. I think this is a pretty substantial upgrade, in my opinion, for those two major components, the one-handed blade as well as the spring-loaded pliers. At $40, this is probably the cheapest MSRP we will ever see for a full-sized Leatherman tool, maybe from now till the end of time. I don't think things are ever getting any cheaper. This is about as good as it's ever going to get. So with that said, that's the tool, and the tool is fine on the surface. But what really bothers me, and by the way, feel free to tune out at this point. If you got everything you needed to know about the Leatherman Bolster, you feel enabled, you want to go get it, go for it. The rest of this is going to be about Leatherman, the company. So, I'll give you a second. All right. I have a problem with Leatherman right now. And it sounds so weird. You may roll your eyes, but what I think about are its employees. When you have a company choosing not to market a product, inevitably what that means is you're going to give up on sales. You're going to make less money, which means you're going to be able to hire less people, which means you're going to be able to innovate less and do less. It's not rocket science. It's been the same way for thousands and thousands of years. As long as people have been selling things, telling people about what they're selling has been number one. In many cases, people would hype up or even make it seem bigger than it was. I mean, what could you have said about this? Imagine if Leatherman had actually cared, about marketing. They could have said, hey, sub 6 ounce tool, $40 budget, 25-year warranty, available at Costco so you can return it right away, no problems asked. You're like, all of these things that could have been said. And with the amount of followers that they have on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, how long would it have taken to get the word out? Now, this is not new. The last 3 tools, the Raptor Rescue and the Curl, had only 1 week of notification. And it wasn't like every day they talked about it a little bit and they gave some information, they showed some usage and all of that. It was like a single post, like 1 post on Instagram. And let me ask you, if you wanted us to buy a product, if we're interpreting your effort with how you feel about that product, AKA posting once, should we be thinking that this is your best work if you're only going to post about it once or not at all? How should we feel about a tool that you say nothing about? Should we be ashamed? Are you ashamed? I don't know. And I think a lot of people are having the same questions. Even people like me who have bought so many Leathermans and are such loyal customers. I run the question, why would you do this? Do you not like money? That's the only thing I can think of. Most of the hype, most of the potential you run is in the months prior to release. That's how people sell products. Most of your sales of any new product come in the first quarter after you release it. And then they trickle in from there. When you release a product and people can buy it, and there's independent reviewers like me putting stuff out there before you do, I'm writing the narrative. I'm the one letting people know should you or shouldn't buy this. And why would you want to put that in my hands when you as a company have a financial interest in making sure that your products get sold? I don't have a problem with what this is. I don't have a problem with the price. I don't have a problem with how you made a great connection with a billion-dollar company. But I gotta wonder why you told that billion-dollar company not to market this product. How do I know you did that? How do I know Leatherman did that? I am a member of Costco, which is why I got it. And every week they post what is new and upcoming. Nothing on Leatherman, nothing on this tool at all came through. When I talked to the managers, they didn't know it was coming in. So what's going on? It couldn't be possible that 2 big companies like this just decide, you know what, we're not going to do anything for this. We're going to keep it quiet, because it'll be like a secret. There's no point in keeping a secret about something you're trying to sell. There just isn't. I don't understand. The only conclusion I could come to is too heinous to really even discuss in this video. But you have a pretty decent product here. You have $40 budget multi-tool. You can call this a budget multi-tool, and it falls in my sub $40 category. It's made mostly in America, except for I think the plier head. Everything here comes from America. It's got your awesome warranty. This is worth putting some effort into at the very least. It is technically a EDC multi-tool as I define it, with the pocket clip, with the one-handed blade. So, I don't know. Show that you your own products.